Nick of Time show. Go check out that show. It's a great show. It's a great show.
New York, New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
We outside. What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show. Here giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And guess what, guys? The Knicks just won. That's right. Just won again. 6 in a row, beating the Lakers finally. 112 to 100. OG Anunoby gives you 25 points, 3 steals, and 8 rebounds. Josh Hart gives you 20 points, 4 rebounds. Karl-Anthony Towns gave you 11 points, 13 rebounds, 2 steals, and I think 5 offensive rebounds on top of that. Mikal Bridges gives you 10 points. Brunson gives you 12 points, 13 assists, and 7 rebounds. And Landry Shamet gives you 23 points and shot 6 of 10 from 3, all right? The Knicks did their thing and locked down the Lakers, holding them to only 18 points in the fourth quarter, shooting 28% from 3, and competed all night long despite giving up, 30 points in the first quarter. Per usual, the Knicks fought. They fought, they locked down, and they scrapped. They played together, and they got a win, 6 win in a row. We outside, man. Outside, the vibes are feeling like back. I'm scared to say I'm starting to believe again. And it's looking like it's some things that's a little bit sustainable. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Good, bad, and ugly. All right. Before we do, I'm gonna introduce you to my guys. It is the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the stats and the facts.
Ryan G's in the building. And since we threatened Mike Brown's job on this podcast, the Knicks are 6-0, have won 6 straight games. Let's go. And of course, you already know it is the Latin assassin, ESPN contributor, Bleacher Report contributor, our guy Lee Escobedo. What's good, Lee?
Ryan, Jay, great to be here after a win. We got 6 in a row. Knicks starters won their minutes 41-29. Been an issue going all the way back to his starting 5 under Tom Thibodeau. And I think a lot of things are improving. Knicks pick and roll is improving. We saw some Brunson and Cat. We saw Brunson, Shamet, Brunson and Bridges. Saw some skip passes, pull-up threes, quick advancing to the corners for those open threes. And it wasn't the Knicks' prettiest win, but it was definitely physical. It was dominant, the type of win that you get to really get behind and be proud, and the type of win that you want to see in these type of win streaks, because it means we're winning in different ways, and we're winning the ways that matter in the playoffs as well, which are when it's a grinded out, really hard fought team. And shout out to OG Anunoby for setting the tone.
Woo! Shout out to OG Anunoby for setting the tone. There are so many reasons why I like this win, Lee. And I am going to start with the captain, my captain, Jalen freaking Brunson. All right, because in the past, you heard me say, I don't know if you guys have been watching TLT for a while, but a lot of the times when we face switching defenses with Jalen Brunson, it kind of promotes ISO ball, and that's kind of been the pattern with us. When we are forced to play ISO ball because they're switching defenses, we usually don't get a lot of assists. They had a switching defense today, but it didn't matter. The ball kept moving. We had 30 assists today. Not only that, Jalen Brunson had a rough game offensively as far as shooting, but a brilliant game as far as being the commander, the captain, putting people in the right spots. Only shot the ball 15 times today and had 13 assists. He did not force anything. He got into the teeth of the paint, head faked, stepped through, and passed to the open man. A lot of times that was Landry Shamet. A lot of times that was OG Anunoby. A lot of the time that was Josh Hart. But offensively, it didn't matter that he didn't take a bunch of shots. He still found the way to be effective. And on top of that, the defense has kept up from the captain, Jalen Brunson. The closeouts have been there. The fighting over the screens have been there. And then he hit the big shots in little spots when it mattered. complete game from Jalen Brunson. I was on the triple-double watch. Didn't quite get it, but still, man, impactful game from the captain, Jalen Brunson, who did his thing. All right. Lee, what you thinking, man?
Shout out President the Boss, shouting out Rod Heber. I watched Rod Heber's live stream today, and he was very complimentary of OG Anunoby. I agree. Also, I believe it was Pitch for Timmy that was saying that OG's on the heater, eating off a team ball movement. Absolutely true. Again, we've been saying this all season, guys. JLS is probably tired of hearing me saying how OG Anunoby is the best cutter, best in the dunker spot, best at getting seals on the team, which is crazy when Cat's on the team and OG is actually the best. But he has been unbelievable, and him and able to thrive is because the ball is moving and guys are not over dribbling or staying in isolation, specifically off switches. If a switch is there and they don't feel like they have the mismatch, they're making very instinctual, quick moves to keep the ball moving. Overall, Jalen Brunson played maybe his most complete game, even though I thought defensively we were up and down. I'm not as bought in as you guys are on the defensive end, but we'll talk about that. Overall, it was solid, and we got stops when we needed to in the fourth quarter. But Jalen Brunson, I thought, really set the tone, and he's so crucial to any conversations that happen about leadership or behind closed door meetings. Him doing his thing defensively and keeping the ball moving is going to have everyone else buy in. It's one thing to say it; it's another thing to do it. And I thought he was, when the Lakers started loading up on him and trying to keep him as an ISO scorer and not let him be a playmaker, he still found the right pass and made the right pass while doing the dirty work, setting screens for his teammates. We saw him setting screens for Landry Shamet. We saw him setting it for Josh Hart. He was even fighting on the glass as a small guard. And I thought he was really the quiet engine behind the physicality the Knicks were doing, because he wasn't just settling for jumpers as well. He was trying to get into the teeth of a defense, and that's what they're arguing for, use his gravity for his teammates to get open looks. And Shamet was a recipient of a lot of that gravity as well. So loved it, man. It was a great all-around game offensively. Still think there was a little bit too much helping going on the defensive end. It allowed them to kind of have a strong second quarter. But I feel like Mike Brown is starting to figure out the flow of these games and the personnel at his disposal and making the right adjustment when needed. One of the things I thought that was really killing us was when they were getting it in pick and roll. First of all, we were switching everything. They were switching everything, but we switched a lot tonight too. And I thought we got really killed on some of the pick and roll actions that we saw. The bat screens that Ayton was setting and Vanderbilt was setting, it freed Luta to force mismatches. And I thought for a while there we were over-helping on that, and we were switching with some mixed results. But eventually I thought we caught our groove, and we kind of started relying on just the man guarding up and not sending over that help. And the second half really cleaned up, which means now we're going to, in that halftime, guys are tuned in and listening to the game plan and the adjustments that Mike Brown is giving. Him and his coaching staff, don't give everybody props. They're actually implementing that. I think that was something that was missing in that month of January, where guys were not coming out and doing their job and going by the game plan. And we saw that from the very start when Mike Brown had that, as an announcer said, Greg Popovich timeout, to get guys back into what the game plan is, what your assignment is, know what kind of coverage you're going to adjust based on what you're getting, and then move it forward. So shout out to Mike Brown, who has been excellent during the 6-game winning streak after Ryan and I absolutely killed him and threatened his job. I think everyone's been turning it around. So kudos, game ball to the team tonight.
Pointing to me? Okay. Oh. Nah, because the way it's set up, it's like you point towards Lee. So I was like, oh, wait. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, so I got confused. All right. But yeah, but yeah, going for the Knicks tonight. I do agree with some of these points about especially the double teams in the second quarter. I thought those were not needed at times, especially when doubling LeBron, because knowing LeBron can find open guys. I thought some of the double teams were killing the Knicks in the second quarter, where especially when Mitch was running over the double team, because that left Aiden wide open. And every time Mitch went to double team, he went into the lane for the easy basket because he was being fouled. But they made the right adjustments in the second half, and the thing now is, like, especially in this 6-game win streak, it seems like teams have to score their points in the first half, because when the second half comes, Knicks are locking down like Akon locked up. They won't let me out. They're just locking up in the second half, and they're just locking up in the second half. And there was a lot to like about this game, but I think the one thing that stood out the most to me was Jalen Brunson's game, because although he had a bad shooting night, he found ways to get involved in the game and get his other teammates involved. And I think he had 13 assists tonight.
Sure
So
did.
so you have to definitely big up Jalen Brunson. I love this game tonight despite the bad shooting night. And OG had some plays tonight where I think the one play I loved was in the fourth quarter where he just broke the Lakers back, where he got the offensive board, dunked it, and then on the other hand, I think he stripped Marcus Smart driving to the basket, and the Knicks got a turnover off that. So I loved OG's play tonight as well. OG showing that he is one of, if not the best two-way player in the game when he's on it.
Ooh.
And
hot take, I love it.
And
said when he's on it, that was a caveat. When he's
yeah.
on
When he's on, I don't know about the best in the game overall, but when he's on, he looks like the best two-way player in the game.
For real.
And also Shamet's production off the bench, I think, was major points off the bench. And there's really only a little that you can point at where you're like, I didn't like this, I didn't like that. But for the most part, Knicks played a complete game tonight, and you got to give them their props. 6-game win streak. Mike Brown and coach staff turned it around. Got to big up everybody right now. They stepped up.
Great take.
OG, listen, OG, probably the second best player today.
Yeah.
Definitely found his groove. He's just so much more aggressive than he was on both sides of the ball. And I like how when he sees like there's like a little bit of a slump and he gets the ball on a secondary action, he just goes right to the hole and says, I don't care. You're going to have to make a decision to let me dunk on your face or foul. And I feel like he stopped the momentum a couple of times by just going to the hole very strong with two hands. And on top of that, he was tasked with guarding LeBron. Guarding LeBron is tough sometimes, but I thought he did an admirable job. I thought like you said earlier, I felt like there's a few times where we overhelped and we could have just let OG cook defensively and we've been all right. But as the game went on, we've gotten better. We've gotten by with the smarter double teams to me as the game started to progress. But OG, man, the 3-point shooting is back, the defense is back. Finishing is there. He looks like he's on a heater. He looks like he's pissed that he missed the All-Star game because he did miss the All-Star game today. Unfortunately, I think he went in on a slump on the wrong time. But OG Anunoby is quickly becoming one of my favorite players on the Knicks. I always went back and forth. And I always had this question like, who's the third option on the team? Is it Mikal? Is it OG? Is it OG? I feel like last year that was the question. This year I would say definitively that OG to me might be the third option on the team. And we'll see if I change my mind 20 games later, but that's what it's looking like right now.
I'm going to read the super chat if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I enjoy reading them. Gamer Channel, my main man Isaiah Ramos with the $20 super chat as promised. OG with 25 points, 3 steals, and shot better than 50% from the field. When he scores at least 20 points, has 2 steals, and shoots 50% in the Knicks win, he's a key to this year's team. Pretty much what Jay Ellis just said. Keep it up, OG, and salute the KOT. We love you, Gamer Channel. One of those OG dogs in our chat, always keeping things lively. OG Anunoby, man. I agree with you. Those were the double teams and the extra help I was talking about. Come on, man. LeBron post-ups, you don't have to send a double, man. OG's got that. Stay on your man, because when actually a LeBron James post-up, the most dangerous aspect is the passing and the playmaking to find for a wide open 3. Not that he's use his footwork to get you 2. You live with that. Those are the shots that you allow single coverage on. So those are, again, the defense has come into form. You guys think top 10 or at least be the motivator. Jay Ellis are a little more bullish on top 10. I think we'll finish somewhere between 12 and 14, which is really good, right? Maybe that's enough for a chip. I haven't been convinced yet. But OG Anunoby, it's excellent attacking mismatches. We typically saw him last year really only do that when it was smaller, weaker defenders. Now he's just taking bigs off the bounce and getting to the rim. It's like, damn, it makes me want to get on Amazon and find me an OG jersey. He's already one of the strongest off-ball players. I've been talking about it. His cutting is essential to our real offense. Yeah. In that third quarter, 10 points, 2 threes, 2 steals for an overall net rating of plus 20 in that third quarter that really led the Renaissance. Locked us up defensively because he was guarding all 5. And then the fourth quarter, Mike Brown tasked him again with playing the 5 and guarding at the 5 spot. Like his ability to front is going to be a key weapon we employ, a la Alex Caruso and OKC, when we start facing some of these Jalen Durans in the playoffs or Evan Mobley in the playoffs. I already see that he's going to be essential in neutralizing them. Tonight, he guarded everybody 1 through 5. I really like the minutes at the 5. I think we should really go forward in this trade deadline with him as penciled in as a third string center, essentially, just based on minutes and role. I'd rather have him than Ariel Hotporty. I'd rather never see Ariel Hotporty and just see OG play 5 or 6 minutes of his game on the floor, guarding the 5 and playing the 5. His ball pressure was incredible. The double team specifically with Shamet at the baseline, dangerous. Top of the key, dangerous. And what I like the most tonight, and we have seen this in the trend now during the 6-game win streak, they're starting in the fourth quarter specifically. They really saved this for the fourth. They're keeping the action beyond the three-point line in crucial half-court sets for the opposing team to keep Brunson out of the action and keep Towns out of the action. Shamet is specifically really top locking at that point of attack beyond the three-point line to keep it east and west opposed to north and south so that Brunson doesn't get mixed up in pick and roll or Cat's not put into the blender. That's really smart coaching by Mike Brown to use our great point of attack defenders, a trio of them, no matter who you switch on. OG, Mikal Bridges, and Shamet, it will expand to 4 when Deuce gets back. That's an excellent move that we can use in the playoffs when we're facing someone who's a one-man engine like Cade Cunningham.
And you've seen it a few times where you would see our two best defenders being involved in like pick screening action on top of the 3-point line, and it caused turnovers. It caused turnovers and it caused fast breaks. And another thing that I'm really loving about this team, and I think this part might actually be real, is transition defense.
Get better.
We have been the one thing that I felt like Tibbs never even got close to a handle on was transition defense.
Facts.
I can honestly say this season, and for especially what I've seen from these last six games, our transition defense looks way more organized than it did last year.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider you got LeBron James and Luka Doncic are both like freaking quarterbacks in the fast break, throwing these ridiculous 4-court passes. So the Knicks have to be committed to playing offense and then switching right back to defense and defending those fast break points. And we did that really well today. I think we beat them in fast break buckets 16-7, which is a big freaking deal. That next play speed that Mike Brown talks about, we did really well playing with that next play speed. That to me, that was one of the most impressive things that I saw today, was that now we played really good fast break defense. And not only that, when the Lakers had these crazy, spectacular fast break dunks, we didn't put our head down. We didn't point fingers. We pushed the ball right back at them, got in transition and got like a 3 or a layup of our own. I feel like early in the year, somebody gets a highlight dunk. We hang our heads. Oh, what happened? It's like, nope. You got to be on your P's and Q's too, because now we right back down the court. Now you got too cool. Stop this OG3 now. I just really liking the mindset shift this week. It feels like we turned the corner. I'm not gonna hold you. It feels like we turned the corner. I still want to see what's gonna happen with these Pistons and Nuggets games, but as far as the process, I feel like we've turned the corner, and I'm ready to see what's gonna happen.
Great point, Jay.
Yeah. Definitely.
Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I'm just agreeing.
Okay. Speaking of turn the corner, let's talk about Karl-Anthony Towns for a second. Actually, before we even do that, shout out to the super chat. Parrish Duggar sends a $5 super chat. Hold on. Thank you, Lee. You want to read it, Lee?
Parrish Duggar, main man, also a huge supporter of a channel, someone who supports Knicks YouTube content. I see him over there supporting Dope Soul Sports too. He's just a great all-around dude. He really knows ball. Parrish Duggar, 79.37, $5 super chat. Going to continue to attack Deuce Cap because our record without him is amazing. Deuce is good. The playing his numbers is Cap. DOR Shamet combo is better. A little Deuce overrated criticism there. I agree with you. I do think Deuce's point of attack defense is a little overrated. I think I said that on the last show, if I'm not surprised. But overall, as a defender, I mean, it's hard because he's so undersized, but he does have an ability to dart up. I'm not going to go as far as say cap. I think we're unilaterally and statistically better with Deuce and Bride on the court, and he still shows up analytically as one of the best point of attack defenders in the NBA. Although I think because we've been so weak at that component, it makes him a little bit better because he's the only one who can get a stop most of the time. But I would say he is our best screen navigator too. So hard to call it cap when the eye test says that no one is navigating screens and staying above them better than Deuce and Bride when healthy.
Yeah, and he's has the highest net rating on the team. At least that's what it was like 6 games ago. I'm not sure what it is now that he's been sitting. And he's having like he's having a career year from 3. Like he's literally one of the best 3-point shooters in the NBA. Top 5, if anything, in the NBA. Not the Knicks, not the East, not the West, the NBA. So like that's something you can't quantify or sleep on. So like, listen, we have a lot of talent, man. We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of talent at the guard spot. So shout out to Deuce, man. We miss you. But we also liking what we're getting from all these other players. This next man up mentality. And right now, the next man is freaking up. And next man I want to talk about is Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns, first of all, most disrespected still when it comes to the foul calls. He gets stupid fouls sometimes, but man, he got hit in the mouth today. Ayton fouled him like on back-to-back plays. He scored anyway, and the refs refused to call a foul. It gets a little bit annoying. I wish Karl-Anthony Towns got a little bit of that Embiid whistle that he has over there. But that's neither here or there. Defensively, he struggled a little bit in the first quarter. But I do feel like he was committed for the rest of the quarters, playing defense and guarding pretty well. I don't think he was like a liability. He did get crossed up by Luka, but like it's Luka. Like, what are you going to do? But I feel like once again he was solid defensively despite a little bit of a slow start. This rebounding was there. And I felt like his passing his passing and his floor spacing was pretty good for the Knicks. He got Mikal Bridges going a couple of times, going back door, unselfish driving to the hole, passing off to OG Anunoby for a dunk. I thought like offensively he had a pretty solid game, and defensively it started off slow, but I feel like it got a little better as the game went.
Disagree a little bit, but
Okay.
not debate worthy. And before I did my point, shout out to Paris Dudder again with a $2 super chat.
Okay.
Cat, all you want, but ellipses, the refs are BS, which I put perfect timing, bro. You basically just said the same thing. So Paris Dudder and you on the same wavelength on that one. Ryan needed to restart his computer because it was freezing. He didn't just go into the Matrix. Just a heads up for y'all. Shout out Paris Dudder for the $2 super chat. Cat overall, fine. I say that because you had to expect him. As I said, it put in the blender defensively on pick and roll was involving Luka Doncic. So it's like, of course he's going to get cut, right?
You know what it is like? I was like, I want Cat to come to the level. He came to the level. He just he split the defense. Okay, yeah, cool.
For sure. I actually thought his minutes and drop tonight were better than usual as well at defending the rim. Now, DeAndre Ayton is not someone who is like a premier matchup. These are the games of the Cat when he's not facing an elite bid. He tends his mentality and approach tends to take the back seat sometimes. He can get a little bit passive and start looking for his offense more when he doesn't have that, because he's really good, I think, as a one-on-one defender when it really matters. I've seen him impress me in those games. But tonight against DeAndre Ayton, you're right. He's been staying at the level. That seems to be a concerted effort by Brandon O'Connor's defensive scheme. For that shell, it requires him to stay at the level and be involved in switches as well on ball screens to guard the perimeter, which he is better than consistently been in drop. That's where the errors really start compounding themselves. But overall, the Lakers, that first half, they were kind of spamming that over and over again with Luka. Luka was finding open shooters. Once the blitz would come and he would make the right decision to find his guys on the perimeter. But luckily, we had a night, and this is not to our credit, the Lakers missed a lot of open corner threes. I think this game could have been a little bit closer than it was, and they certainly would have broke 100 points. This was not my favorite defensive outing overall. But this was also the best team I think we've played in this same stretch. They missed a lot of open corner threes, and I think would have led to a little bit more momentum in their favor. But hey, I'm glad it didn't. And in terms of Karl-Anthony Towns in the fourth quarter, he was benched for some stretches when Mike Brown went to Mitch to close and then OG Anunoby to play the 5. But I liked what we used him as. We used him in the way that he should be used in the fourth quarter. If we're not going to use him as to be one-on-one, be stationary, be a passing hub, find the cutters, but also be that unbelievable rebounder that be the motivator has been talking about on Twitter and in the chat, probably the best rebounder in the game right now. So to me, I'm happy. You use the word process, totally applicable here. This is a type of scheme we can use in the playoffs when he's having a bad shooting night or he's his shot's not falling in certain ways. Use him as that hub in the fourth quarter when you're substituting offense for defense, and he can get you some good looks when OG Anunoby and Bridges are cutting.
Right. I guess I'm not super upset about the threes because of how they got. Like, I felt like we left the right guys open for three. Like, the Lakers aren't good 3-point shooting team. Like, they're 19th in the league.
Fair.
So it was like when you have Luka and LeBron on the floor together, you kind of have to pick your spots and pick your poison and when to double and when not to double. So we chose at certain points to double. They like how people do with us sometimes. Double Brunson, let somebody else beat you. So I felt like that's kind of the route they went to. It's like, all right, we're gonna take away the 8 and lob, and we're gonna take away, we're gonna take away the Luka ISO, and we're gonna make somebody beat us. And as long as we're not leaving Gabe Benson open too many times, we'll live with everybody else. And I kind of feel like that's kind of what we did. Gabe Benson got open a couple of times, but other than that, I guess Marcus Smart can hit a 3 sometimes, but like I don't feel like he was really open. I feel like the people who need to be left open the most were left open the most.
This is my favorite podcast scenario because I'm still learning, right? So I love thinking about and analyzing the X's and O's aspect. I feel like JL is you're not someone who initially goes to that right away, but when someone drops a little kernel, man, you can click with that. So listen, man, if you're out there and you haven't shared this stream, please reshare it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get these people in this chat. The chat's going crazy already. We got damn near 200 people. Let's get those numbers up. As Jay Ellis is touching the 9, the X's and O's talk. Let's get this appreciation up and bring the homies in who are looking for that real basketball conversation and not hot takes.
Appreciate that, Lee. It's funny because when I'm watching the game with you guys, I'll text you something I see in a moment, and then I'll forget when to go on. Because I'm thinking about all stats and stuff, but there's like little stuff that I see. I'm like, oh, I can see what's happening there. Like the Shamet open 3. Like when we talked about it before, like Mitch gravity and how Mitch gives you open threes. Right. Today was like a good example of like how a guy who's not a 3-point threat can get you open threes. Shamet was a beneficiary of Mitch's gravity towards the rim, because when Mitch is diving towards the rim and he's that lob threat, where's the help coming from? The help is coming from the corners. Who's going to be in the corners most of the time? OG Anunoby, Landry Shamet. So things like that I be seeing, but sometimes I don't always mention it. But it's there. Shout out to Ryan.
It's definitely there. And look, man, as soon as I said share the stream, I saw that the viewers go up by 7. So keep it going, man. Keep sharing the stream. Keep telling a friend to tell a friend. Get the homies in here. We're having a Knicks conversation. It's family time at the table.
Absolutely. Shout out to Ryan G back in the building. Can you hear us, Ryan G?
Yeah, I can hear everyone, but I don't know. My computer is tripping tonight, and I do not know why. So I'm gonna try to make it through.
Okay, we can't really you your mouth and your mouth and the audio isn't matching up, but we can hear you perfectly clear. We just talking about Karl-Anthony Towns a minute ago. So if you want to give me your thoughts on Karl-Anthony Towns game, you can. Or not. Mm-hmm.
You hear us? I don't know if you can hear us.
All right, super chat for Ryan G's Wi-Fi. Super chat for Ryan G's. Ryan G got that McDonald's cup Wi-Fi.
Oh man.
No, I mean the McDonald's Wi-Fi or the cup and string Wi-Fi is different. But the cup and string Wi-Fi is when you're using in school, you got the 2 plastic cups and the string. Yeah, I think that's what Ryan G got right now, and he's somebody with a little bicycle pedaling it so he can connect to the. I don't know, he's got something prehistoric over there.
Oh man,
Ryan G is out of the building. All right.
We got tears in the chat.
Oh man. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's keep it going. There's a lot of people want to talk about. Josh Hart once again. Josh Hart was actually. He's been having a decent games, but I was starting to get a little bit worried with Josh Hart because I felt like he was starting to get less aggressive with his 3-point shooting. And even though we were winning these last couple of games, in my brain, I'm just like, all right, Josh, you're passing up too many shots, and it's kind of messing up the spacing sometimes. So today he actually shot 3 or 4 from 3, which I like. I still sometimes wish he could shoot a little bit more, but at the same time, I thought he really read the game well as far as when to attack and when to shoot threes today. Like I felt like the closeouts, the driving closeouts were probably perfect. He shot like 8 of 11 today from driving closeouts, and was a +7. And I think one of the adjustments that I saw today was Shamet, really good point of attack defender, was tasked with guarding Luka, and Luka kept cooking him with that damn step back 3 all night long. And I don't blame Shamet. Luka is Luka. But I thought one of the biggest defensive plays on the night, outside of OG Anunoby just one-on-one stripping people and dunking on people after the strip, was Josh Hart guarding Luka. Luka trying to get back into the game in the fourth quarter, and Josh Hart challenging him and blocking a step back 3-point shot from Luka Doncic, which is pretty hard to do. So shout out to the coach for like making that change, putting Josh Hart on Luka and kind of shutting the door, because I think we hit a shot right after that. So great job by Josh Hart.
Yeah, man, he's been unbelievable over this winning stretch. I just saw on Twitter his last 3 games, he's averaging 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 63% shooting. I mean, that's 3 games straight now with 20-point pluses. His one-man fast breaks are becoming one of the most essential parts of our offense. It's so important for him to get those, especially when we're in those scoring droughts. He can really break that and give the team some momentum. But just being aggressive and getting to the line, whether that's drawing the foul or just showing the team, but sometimes you got to go out and get your 2 points, not depend on the offense to open it up for you. So, man, as a rebounder, bro, he's absolutely amazing. He's someone that is no longer being put into the trade aggregate just because of how unbelievable he is. And that chase down block that he had on, was it Ayton or was it
oh man,
Rod? That was an unbelievable chase down. I don't usually see him block things from behind. Usually it's coming from the weak side along the baseline. But that block was like,
that was the second one in a row, Lee. He had a chase down block the last game.
I was like, I think it was actually Hachimura that he had that on. It is unbelievable, man. I mean, what can you say about Josh Hart? He's still the biggest intangible piece to our team, both on offense and defense this year, because he's become a very strong team defender.
For real. That was like, and that's when I was talking when I was talking about the dedication and commitment to transition defense. It was that because Luka Doncic, they got to stop on one, and Luka Doncic throws like a full court pass. So I think you're right. I think it was Hachimura. He thinks he has an easy layup. Josh Hart chase downs block him, a la LeBron James, and stops the play dead in his tracks. So like stuff like that is why I feel like we're starting to turn the corner. At least the transition defense to me has been one of the biggest Achilles heels for these Knicks for seasons that hasn't been close to being fixed.
Yes.
So this stretch of games is the best transition defense I've seen the Knicks play in 5 years. I'm not even gonna hold you. This stretch of games is the best transition defense I've seen the Knicks play. Period.
Not just that, but Josh Hart's been instrumental in us being finally after 6 seasons. No, 5 with him at 4. Sorry, at breaking the zone because he's now becoming a shooter. He shot 3 or 4 a night. Their zone shell. There's allowing. Actually, they're hoping and praying for him to be the open man on that perimeter. And when he hits it, it forces him to adjust and rethink their coverages. So to him, and also shout out to us for finding the pass. And okay, you're going to try to only the perimeter is going to be open, right? You're going to try to build a wall between the paint and the free throw line. Cool. We're going to pass it and we're going to continue cutting on the baseline and find that open seal on OG Anunoby getting in the paint. That is like, man, I see that and I'm like, damn, man, I prayed for times like this under Tom Thibodeau when someone would throw a zone out at us and we would just completely shut down. We had no idea how to break it. And a lot of the time, because we had not bad shooters, we had non-confident shooters on our roster. And Josh Hart was one of those non-confident ones. Confident. I don't know who that shooting coach is that we brought in, but it's making a lot of guys more bold and being able to take those shots when we need them. And kudos to him for not being scared.
For real. I mean, look, we got contribution. Look, we even had Mikal Bridges have a 2-handed dunk today. Like, we seen Mikal Bridges dunks. What's happening? He had a hard.
He's attacking the basket.
He's attacking the basket. And listen, the group chat during the game, first half, he was staying another place. I texted B. I was like, yo, B, go talk to your man.
Right.
Because he's messing up. I think B actually talked to him because after that, I told B to go talk to Mikal. The second half, Mikal actually started playing better. He went on a little run, got a dunk, hit a couple of threes. I was like, okay, B did his thing. So, like, Mikal, he's trying not to get traded too. I need you to put 2 halves together, but defensively, he's still been good in general in this 6-game stretch.
Man, the flashes make you it makes you want him to get to the paint even more. One of the things I tweeted was that I noticed he's one of our smartest decision makings against the blitz. When he's in that short roll, he knows where his teammates are, and he's our maybe said 3rd best passer on a team after after Brunson and Kolek. He's a really crisp passer, doesn't turn the ball over too much, and he makes smart decision making. So, brother, you can't attack the paint and not have it take contact. Just spray it out before the contact comes, but use your intelligence and your footwork. You're actually one of our best ball handlers too. We need him and Deuce to really be able to attack that blitz and find shooters when we're facing defenses that are better than the Lakers.
Absolutely. So also, man, more people to shout out on the Knicks. It's funny because you look at this guy's numbers, it look abysmal, man. They don't look that good. But if you watch the game and you saw the impact that he had, his impact was incredible. I mean, I'm talking about Tyler Kolek.
Oh, yeah. You're right, white boy.
Yeah, because if you look at Tyler Kolek's numbers, he only played 13 minutes. He didn't feel like he played 13 minutes. He felt like he played more. He only played 13 minutes, and you look at the numbers, it's 3 of 10, which is not good. 3 of 10 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. But the thing is like it's when he got his buckets. When the starting 5 went to the bench and the bench came in, I feel like he did a really good job finding people and hitting shots. There was a broken play where he actually scored a midi off of Luka, and I was like, okay, I was calling him Tyler Brunson for a second. The way he shot that midi over Luka.
That was an unbelievable shot, bro.
Unbelievable shot.
Luka played good defense on him too. That was an unbelievable shot.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, that was cold-blooded. And on top of that, the Lakers kept trying to leave him open for 3. I guess they was looking at the numbers and going, oh, that's the guy to leave open for 3. Not knowing that Tyler can't hit them when he gets hot. And I do feel like when he's been missing those 3s this season, they weren't wide open 3s they were missing. I felt like he was missing like halfway contested 3s. But they like when they're wide open, especially when he gets hot, those are going down 9 times out of 10. So they quickly learned not to leave him open for 3. The numbers started to go down a little bit in the 4th quarter when a lot of shots kind of went in and out, and that's when the numbers started to go from looking good to like looking putrid. But by then, I feel like he already had his impact on the game, and Brunson came in to kind of seal the deal for the win. So even though the numbers don't look like it, I feel like Tyler had a pretty good impact on the win.
One of my favorite things about KOT show are the people in the chat. We got some people that really know ball that know ball like as much more than me. People who see things that I'm not capable of seeing. The predicate is one of those who has been a champion for Tyler Kolek. I always want to make sure I give him his flowers, because even when he was having down games, he would always try to give solid basketball reasons and explanations for why he had a weakness or why he was able to be exploited defensively or wasn't able to hit offensively. And another pitch for Timmy. Me and him have our beef. We have our back and forth. He absolutely knows ball. Gamer Channel knows ball. Sherwin knows ball. We got a lot of people. Stan, we know that knows ball. We got a lot of people in the chat that really know their stuff. So it always makes for a lively discussion, and also appreciative. Because as I asked for people to share, we're now up to a solid 200 too. So we continue helping out the channel. We really appreciate all the love that you give us. Tyler Kolek, man, my little dog, making a case for no Alvarado, ain't he? He's like, let's keep this homegrown, right? Like as Ebony says, free as me. He's definitely making a case to stay on the team past the deadline, even though he was listed in the Athletics top 4, which I'm sure we'll get to later, top 4 most likely players to be traded. Tyler Kolek was still on that list. But listen, man, one of the things that I like him, and that, okay, Alvarado has this too, but Kolek for year 2, and as you always argue, this is really his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Dude has the Sam Cassell meme. Like, bro, cojones.
He's not scared at all, man.
Of the moment, not scared of the moment in any facet of the game. Even in the second half, he was mixing up in the paint, getting some tough rebounds, trashing the glass. I was like, man, you all right, white boy? Like he's a dog for sure. TJ, if you want to make the TJ McConnell comp, that's the most accurate one. Is that he's not scared of the moment and he's super physical. He missed a couple shots in a row, immediately chucks another one up, no hesitation, cash money. Like, bro, what more can you ask for a guard besides maybe play more consistent defense? But the confidence is rising, and I have no doubt that he will continue to grow his game and watch the tape necessary to become a plus defender. And I love that his passing. His passing was essential to really breaking that zone defense too. Shout out to Tyler Kolek, man. He was unbelievable off the bench. Him and Shamet and Mitch, bro, bench mob.
Yeah, man. Whew. Yo, he was pissing LeBron off. He had LeBron grilling his teammates the way Tyler was going through 3 people. Man, there was one play where Tyler went to the hole, looked to one side of the 3-point line, then looked at the hoop, faked the pass somewhere else, jumped in the air, and then faked the pass to the other corner. And somebody had to helped off the corner to help to go to Tyler, and that corner was wide open. And I forgot who hit that 3, but whoever hit that 3, I was like, damn, that was a damn good play by Tyler. And LeBron was pissed off, man. Tyler has eyes on the back of his head, and he's thinking, man. He is thinking like 3 plays ahead. He's a cerebral point guard for sure. Hitting the open man when he needs to.
Pitch for Timmy, we're gonna have our moments, bro. We're 2 strong-willed personalities, but it's all basketball, man. There's nothing personal. You know that. It's all love with you, brother. You can come on anytime and roast me. I'll roast you back, but I will never ever doubt your ball knowledge. That's absolutely proven.
All right. Woo! Great win, man. 6 in a row. 6 in a row. I don't know how you guys are feeling, because it was doom and gloom a week ago.
It was
doom and gloom a week ago. I was telling Lee before this game started, it's reminding me of the Tom Thibodeau game when he lost to Dallas. It's reminding me of that. It's like back against the wall, embarrassed, bench a player, have a talk, team meeting, all of a sudden ran off for 9 in a row. When we run off 9 in a row after another embarrassing loss to Dallas this time, I don't know. Right now we're at 6, but there are certain things I am seeing. I'm seeing more commitment to defense. I'm seeing more commitment to ball movement. I'm also seeing, I'm not even seeing it. The coach has said it himself. They've changed schemes defensively.
Yes.
They've changed schemes defensively. Shout out to Shaq, who said they're doing more ice. You can see they're doing more. Shout out to Tibbs too. I'm icing more pick and rolls. The offense is coming along as well. They changed their whole roster. And like the only thing I really want more moving forward is I still wish that Karl-Anthony Towns was involved more offensively in getting shots. That's the only thing I'm wish we did.
For sure.
But at the same time, I'm happy with the activity level that Karl-Anthony Towns is giving for the most part on the defensive end. And the rebounding has been on some historic Dennis Rodman type levels. So like, let's keep that going, and hopefully, as the season goes on, we keep adding more wrinkles to get even better on offense and defense with this team.
Gamer Channel, Etley Escobedo, and Jay Ellis. Should we judge Mike Brown from his start of his season or since he made his lineup change to save his job? I would say both. I pull no punches. I gave him an F when we did our midseason show. I would say right now he's raised up to a B, in my opinion, as of right now. Ryan and I both agreed that we gave him a 5-game until the end of January to get shit straight, and he has more than surpassed those expectations. He's actually been damn good. I would give him a higher grade if I didn't have him so low to begin with. But, overall, I think if you just want to count the 5-game stretch, he's been an A. Overall, I would give him a B now. My grade has raised that significantly because it hasn't just been the offensive side. Damn it, Jay, defensively, bro. Unbelievable, man. Karl-Anthony Towns is moving his puppies. Jalen Brunson's moving his puppies. Jalen Brunson even guarded Luka Doncic on a couple possessions straight up. I thought he did a decent job in containing him. At least he forced him into a difficult shot. Luka's Luka, as we've all said. He's going to hit that. But he took that challenge as he knows him. He's guarded him in practice. I like seeing that. So, but man, Mike Brown, the confidence is rising. This is what you want.
Yeah.
Screw the ego. Screw the take. You want to be wrong. You want the Knicks to improve, and you want the Knicks to win a chip. That's what you want, even if at the cost of you or your bias. I'm speaking objectively right here, not anyone specifically. I'm trying to talk about myself. Screw it.
I caught it. I caught the reference. This one.
It's okay to be wrong if it means the Knicks win. I'll take that every day and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, everybody gets wrong. When you do these shows for so long, you're going to be wrong in public. That's just part of the. I was wrong about Frank Ntilikina. I was wrong about Kyra Lewis. I was wrong about a couple of things. But, Emmanuel Moody out. No, I wasn't wrong about Emmanuel. I wasn't wrong about Emmanuel Moody. Yeah, but anyway, I was right about a couple of things. I took some freaking heat for being right about, but I was right about a couple of things too. But at the end of the day, you do this long enough, you're gonna be wrong. You talk in front of people for long enough, for years, you're going to be wrong at some point. It's just part of the game. It's just part of the game. All right. Anything else you want to mention?
Man, we touched on a lot. For
sure. To talk about, man. I was really excited to talk about this game because it was so much. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get into everything. There was a lot. DMPs for Clarkson and Yabu.
Good. Keep it going. Keep it going. I think most of the topics talked about have to do with like kind of more off the court than on the court. Like what would the rotation look like when McBride returns? I think that's a very important conversation. I would just say the two things I want to see cleaned up, and three things that I think Will get cleaned up. One is making sure those corners always have someone that is hedging and recovering, closing out, because I think we've left too many guys wide open, even if it's part of a game plan. Sometimes Dave Vincent was in that spot too, and he's not someone you want to leave open, right? Number two is the extra help, knowing looking at the assignment and who's guarding it.
Yes.
Confidence that they can guard their man straight up and not send that extra double. And number three is kind of learning how to handle the wrenches. Like they really killed us, I thought, in the stat pick and roll. And that's a play that the Knicks run ever so often. I think the pretty success too. They ran that tonight, and we were like, we were just absolutely obliterate on it.
We always get killed on those too.
Yeah, we had no idea like where guys were. We were missing rotation. Guys were guarding empty space. Those type of things need to be tightened up. That comes from film study. Everything I just mentioned comes from the film studies. So I have faith in that department because we have so many damn coaches on the staff. We have more coaches than players. So I have no doubt those things are cleaned up by the playoffs. The thing I was most worried about, and it is improving, as you mentioned, is transition defense. So shout out Mike Brown again. Definitely want to give you your flowers for tightening this team up.
Absolutely. I'm really curious to see what happens when Deuce comes back. Whew, it's always a conversation piece when Deuce comes back because it's like we need point attack defense, 3-point shooting. We love those. Point guards who can set other people up. We love that too. So rough. Good problem to have though. Diawara. Thank you, chat. I knew you forgot something. What did you think of the Diawara minutes today? Diawara minutes were interesting.
To me, they weren't any different than the rest of his winning streak. He's He's solid, man. The potential there is sky high. I see some really ridiculous hyperbolic takes, like the lazy one, just as lazy as like Tyler Kolek is TJ McConnell is like Muhammad Diawara is going to be Pascal Siakam. It's like, I mean, these guys can just be really good at one or two things, and that's all this Knicks championship level team needs. We just need Diawara to be someone who can attack a closeout, which he shows some ability with his handle to be beyond Porty or Patomdade or Kevin McCullough. I like the handle, and I like the three-point shot.
Yeah.
He's had a pretty nice overall mechanics. It seems to be something that with rhythm and with reps is going to be Deuce McBride style, where he'll be a 42% shooter in 3 or 4 seasons. I think that's very possible. Pascal Siakam, we talk about a Hall of Fame. Not every comparison has to be a Hall of Fame guy, right? Sometimes just be a Danny Green, someone who can attack a closeout, make the right read when you're blitzed, and then be able to hit open threes. I think Diawara can be that guy, and I look to him when one of these core 7 ages out, he slides in and kind of takes that position, and he has shown me every game to be able to do the little things.
Yeah, like for me, like I said before, whenever he doesn't have to think, I feel like he plays better.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like when that 3 that he hit, it was just like transition defense. Mikal finds him in the corner, shoots it, no thought to it, goes in. Then there was like a time where Cat was calling for the ball, and he was trying to give him an entry pass to Cat, and he kind of threw this weird, lazy pass that kind of had Cat having to post by the 3-point line at the corner, which is the worst place you ever want to be if you're trying to start a post up, and that caused a turnover. So like, I feel like, but we've seen him pass well. Like when he's live action dribbling and passing to the corners, like you've seen him throw really nice passes. It's like
in the short roll.
Yeah, in the short roll. So it's like he has the passing ability. It's just like sometimes he just overthinks a little bit too much, and once he cleans that up, I think he'll be fine.
Do you think that is a rookie thing, or do you think that's a part of his player profile right now?
It's too early to tell. I feel like it's a rookie thing, but it's too early to tell. My guess is a rookie thing.
Okay.
My guess is a rookie and a comfort thing. But we'll see what happens. Right now, he's playing like 5-minute stints. You know what I mean? So it's like, if he starts to play like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then it's like, I can get more of a feel for it. But
we got Sadu Barry. Shout out Sadu Barry. I hadn't seen him in a chat in a while. He said nervous. That might be what it is too.
No, it's definitely nerves. It's definitely like that's. It's like you're afraid to mess up. And it's funny because there's this video going around of Cat asking for the ball last game, and Diawara was the one with the ball. And sometimes, especially when you're a rookie and the man on the team is begging for the basketball, and you decide you want to take the shot and you miss it badly, that can mess with your psyche a little bit, man. You're like, oh shoot, I missed that shot. I can't mess up again. So now when Cat is asking for the ball, he might look like this is a bad pass to Cat because I see a double come in. Maybe I should make a play. But the game before that, when I didn't pass the ball to Cat, I blew a layup. So you know what? I'm gonna try to give him the ball. And
at least your turnover.
Yeah, at least a turnover because he's like Cat asked for the ball. So last time he didn't get it. So it's like I want to make sure I stay in the good graces of the ball, even though I know this pass might not be the best or it's not even the best situation to post. Because like, why are you even posting like so close to the 3-point line anyway? You know what I'm saying? And so maybe that also has something to do with it. But like, yeah, that play was a little bit weird, and maybe it's like a trust thing with him and Cat.
Once again, you figure that out in the film room. That's when you go over the tape as a group. And you look at the angles and the directions and what the defense is giving you, and you can make decisions there and be like, maybe Cat has just STFU and let Diawara find the right play, or it is the right decision for maybe Cat needs to get better position for that incoming pass. To me, that those type of things that I hope and I believe will get ironed out during film sessions.
Absolutely.
Kim Dot cooked in the chat, man. I love Kim Dot's takes. She really knows ball.
Said that spray 3 is lethal when you have shooters like Landry smoking threes. Nah, I think that was one of my favorite things about this game today was the amount of times the Knicks relocated.
Yep, especially Shamet.
Especially Shamet. It was like And Brunson, he tried to go ISO. They shut off the ISO. He pivots. And then everybody's always moving to an open spot, whether it be Shamet, who's beneficiary most of the time, or Mikal or OG. But I felt like the relocation game today was just on freaking point.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Forgot to mention that.
For sure. All right. Yeah, I think I poured out every single basketball thing I thought about today. What about you, Lee?
Same.
Cool. All right. Do you have any broad picks? I know. We got every.
Actually, I want to talk about the trade speculation with you.
Okay.
James Edwards of The Athletic reported today, I believe, that the 4 most likely Knicks to be traded are Tyler Kolek, Batum Diagne, Gerson Yabusele, and you called it, Jordan Clarkson, are the top 4 guys to potentially be moved. I think combined salaries of those 4 is roughly like 14, 15 million. I think it's a little bit under $15 million.
Oh, that's not that bad. Wait a minute now.
I was trying to do some hypotheticals with New Orleans, and I was like, damn, we're like $1 million short to do the deal that I really wanted to do. But there was also reported, I think there was Ian and someone else reported additional interest that the Knicks are showing in Saddiq Bey. Things that make you go, indeed. If Clarkson is no longer, I mean, really, let's be honest. I gave Leon an F2 for the offseason. Clarkson and Yabu have been absolute busts.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think it's the fault of either completely. It's fit, and the defense is just like non-negotiable. If Leon really does believe we need that high volume store off the bench, Saddiq Bey makes a lot of sense as that Bodan Bogdanovic move that he made a couple of years ago with Grimes, trying to go out and get someone who could have a game in the playoffs where he drops 25. That is very possible with Saddiq Bey. Saddiq Bey is averaging like 20 points over the last 5 games for New Orleans and like 4 rebounds and about 2 assists while shooting over 43 or 45% from 3. I mean, I thought a lot about the Bogey trade and what he was trying to do with that. It didn't work out for injury purposes, but Saddiq Bey to be a younger, more athletic version than that, man, the tea leaves are teeing. I don't know, man. I feel like that Bey trade is looking more and more plausible than I ever thought it could.
Yeah, with Clarkson out the rotation and Tyler. And like I said, I've said this for a few games already. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the KLT show lately, but this is the 3rd game in a row where Deuce McBride is sitting with ankle management. And this is one of those things that make you go, type of moments for me, because he looked perfectly fine the game before that. He sits 3 games in a row. Why would he all of a sudden be sitting if he's healthy? Is management. This is only a theory, but to me, he's sitting so we can showcase Tyler Kolek. So if I'm correct, I feel like Deuces will be sitting until February 6th, maybe, because the trade deadline is February 5th. I think February 4th is the Nuggets, and then February 6th is Pistons or something. So I feel like, if I'm correct, I feel like Deuce's next game was going to be versus the Pistons. I feel like, but we'll see. Keep an eye on that.
The trade that I feel is the most likely, the non-Giannis trade that feels the most likely. Honestly, Giannis doesn't even feel likely right now either with the way the Knicks are playing. It's not that much of a risk, right? When it's like, oh, bro, doom and gloom. We looked out of sorts. Cat's whining. Bridges is playing like weak. It's different. Then you want Giannis, but right now I don't even want Giannis right now at this moment because of how good we're playing. It just doesn't make sense to blow all this up when you're finding success in changing the system and adjusting. So to me, I'm looking at the peripheral. That wouldn't a Tyler Kolek, Gerson Yabusele, Jordan Clarkson move in New Orleans for Alvarado and Bey make the most sense for us at this point?
Alvarado and Bey, do the numbers work for both?
Yes, the numbers work for both of those.
I mean, I guess it would make sense. It's like I've already said, like I actually like Tyler Kolek's playmaking over Alvarado's. And I've also kind of made the case that with Shamet playing defense and he's being undersized, why trade for another undersized guy playing defense? But like Fritz said, Fritz really said the value in Alvarado is he's still a cheap contract for a couple of years. So it's like it's kind of more insurance to have a guy in here who's a in-house who we have bird rights. So maybe that's what the Knicks are thinking long term anyway, outside of just this type of stuff. But
First drop in the chat, the numbers don't work, which maybe you got to add Pacom Dadier. And I think that would probably give you enough salary to be able to do these like Brock Hour type upgrades, like a Dylan Jones or a Dean Pate signs to a guaranteed minimum deal or something of that sort. It's definitely possible. Bay's only making like $6 million, I think, this season, and Alvarado is like close to 3 or 4, somewhere between 3 or 4. So it is possible to get them. Again, this is not Scott Perry and Steve Mills. This is Brock Hour. I have no doubt that we can find ways to circumvent the salary cap when needed. But it's very interesting that how much interest has been signaled by the ones that matter: Fred Katz, Ian Bedley, James Edwards. I feel like New Orleans is going to be the team that we end up doing a deal with, and Bay looks like the type of target that he tried to do with that Bogdanovich move. I just feel like it makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons.
I can see that. What about the dude from Dallas?
Najee Marshall. He makes $9 million, so it would have to be like a 3 or 4 for one. And what Fritz has talked about there is it's harder to fill 3 spots with extra salary because you have to fill those spots under the CBA.
Got you. All right. Interesting.
Just player personnel, Jay. Because I see the chat, some people, you know how Phil is. Phil's I'd never trade Kolek. I definitely don't agree with that. I think he's very tradable under the right circumstances. But if you got Bay and Alvarado, would you be okay up giving any combination or the entire combination of the 4 guys that mentioned for the Knicks?
Yabusele and Clarkson, I wouldn't even bat an eye. I'm not gonna hold you. I would definitely try to keep Tyler. I'm not gonna hold you. I would definitely try my damnedest to keep Tyler. And I like Alvarado, but like I said before, I feel like we just don't have a guy who makes like Kolek on the team.
Agreed.
I feel like Alvarado is a 3. I feel like he's like another 3-and-D guy. Like, yes, he plays point guard technically, but he's not like a table setter. So it's like I agree. So it's like I don't really feel the need for Alvarado really. Even though I really like him. Like the story, New York guy, fighting dudes taller than him. Like I like that. The toughness, yes, I like that. But it's like practically when you're talking about team building and what we're missing as a team, we're missing playmaking at the highest level, and that's what Ty gives you. So it's like I'm still kind of I would try to keep him. I would definitely try to keep him.
I think I'm gonna agree with you, bro, because I think it was like 3 games ago, I made the argument that the Knicks are at their best when they're freelancing. They should reserve that time for Tyler Kolek minutes at point. I think he's such a better passer and floor general than Brunson only in that way, right? It's the only thing I would give him over Brunson. I like Brunson to be the one that said, all right, this is where we're going to do the horn sets with Mitch and Cat, so on and so forth. Let Kolek be the one that really freelances and just pushes the tempo and get guys moving that wheel. And to me, I think we should keep him. I think he's someone who should play and will play in the playoffs too.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are my thoughts, man. I'm with that.
So no trades.
Yeah. Do we not get Saddiq Bey if we don't involve Kolek? Is that the prerequisite?
I haven't heard that. I'm not gonna I'd say yes for the sake of it. You would think though, right?
Like, yeah, because he's the best talent. He's the best talent. Have
suitors at a $6 million deal. He's going to have suitors. So a young Clarkson package is like,
it's like yikes, Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. We're probably going to have to give up Town to get something like that.
Second, the Wizards pick, you got to save your entire cachet for Giannis in the summer.
Rough. Damn. So even I can see us trading. I could definitely see us trading Tyler to get Saddiq Bey here. I can see it.
3 in a row.
Alvarado brings dog, speed, thievery, shooting. I'm not. I am not. I don't deny that, Parrish. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying we have. I know you don't like Deuce that much, but I do feel like Shamet and Deuce kind of give you those things as well.
Yes.
Which is why I'm saying that's like a luxury to have 3, but like a need to have playmaking.
Perry Sutter, thank you for your super chat. That's 3 super chats this episode. And went up another 17 people in the chat, so we definitely appreciate the love and the sharing and the support, man, for sure. Fritz is saying the numbers don't work without one of the top 7. I mean, if I don't know if that's the case. I trust Fritz in terms of financials, but in that case, hell,
nah. One of the top 7.
I'm not on everything.
I'm out. One of the top 7. I am out.
Also, if you're going to make the argument that Deuce Bride is an overrated defender, you got to make the same argument for Jose Alvarado. Jose Alvarado playing the passing lanes, deflections, poking at the ball, steals. Great. One of the best, right? I bet his percentile numbers are fantastic. One-on-one defense, he's all right. He's actually kind of better when he's darting really big and he's doing ball denial stuff than he is one-on-one with other darts. He's more likely to be blown by in that capacity than he is darting a wing in a fronting position. So we have enough of that. I'd rather just keep Deuce and Shamet, like you said.
I feel you. He's really good when he's like hiding behind the referee in the out of bounds and then coming in and stealing the ball.
That's not a compliment.
Oh man. Oh man. All right. Anything else? Anything else on your mind,
I don't think so. That's just very interesting. And Jevon Carter got cut after that 3 times.
That's right. That's right. The Knicks have been interested in him for a while.
And Ian reported that was a point where he had a putback, and Jevon Carter was like only one of 2 names that he mentioned. I think it was like him and Keon Ellis that episode.
That was like last year, right?
No, that was this year.
That was this year. Oh, shit.
So I just see maybe Jevon Carter. I mean, is he assigned to a 2-way? I don't even know if he's qualified to be on a 2-way. I'll let Fritz answer that in the chat, but I would not be surprised if Jevon Carter is added. That would make a lot of sense. For free? I mean,
yeah, for free. Yeah, why not at that point? Hell yeah. You might as well.
Oh, one more thing. Not Popper, Bondi, I think, reported that Ayo Dosunmu is someone to be on the lookout for the Knicks, but the asking price would be very high. He's shooting like an absurd 47% from 3 right now on 4 attempts a game. He's averaging like 14 or 15 points. Sets 4. Another excellent point of attack defender. Maybe one of the few guys equal on par with Deuce as a string navigator. He is a beast defensively, and his offense game is growing. Man, I ain't saying trade Deuce for him, but man.
Do the Bulls do business with us?
Bro, it's been a long time. They didn't Isaiah Thomas. They fleeced us during Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
A while ago.
Yeah, I was like, damn, do we even have the Bulls front office number? I feel like we never called them for nothing. The last thing we tried to call him for maybe was Zach LaVine when his stock went up a little bit.
Oh, and we checked in on Kobe White too.
We checked him. Okay.
But yeah, negotiation. Yes, Zach LaVine. We were in active negotiations for him. Yeah.
Okay. That would be interesting. I don't know what his contract is looking like though, but Ayo worth Deuce is the question. Oh, so you saying it would be a Deuce for Ayo swap? Oof.
Bro, nah, no.
Yeah, homegrown, knows the system, still shoots 3s. I'm
with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm still giving Deuce. Yeah.
And Fritz said Jevon is too old to be on a 2-way, so he had to be signed to a vet minimum, which means I guess get rid of Pacome. I'd waive Pacome or something. I don't know. A Porty. I'm not sure.
If you waive somebody, though, they still on the books, right? That's what they.
Yeah, Fritz said unless they're picked up.
Yeah, exactly. So who's picking up Pacome? I don't know. More likely, somebody more likely to pick up Clarkson if waived than Pacome get waived.
Oh, that's a great argument. I think you're right. I think Clarkson is more likely.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Another one of those things that make you go, ooh.
Yep.
Okay. I think we got all basketball talks out the system. News out the system. Trade deadline is February 5th.
Thursday.
Yeah, I know Lee said he's going to be available to do some lives.
Yes, I'm going live on Tuesday, and I'll go live on. Probably made sense to go live Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So stay tuned to KOT. If something happens last minute, I'll probably be at work trying to make a thumbnail for Lee to do a live. All right. Shoot. So you know what? Too, I'm doing something. This is Black History Month. Shout out to Black Shout. Okay, it's Black History Month. I wore my Black King T-shirt for Black History Month. Shout out to Black Kings and Queens out there. Black History Month was kind of created because, first of all, it was Black History Week, but it was created because our history was being buried and mistold, and we wanted to tell our own history. And that's why Black History Month is here in the first place. So I'm going to do a little Black History Month facts for February. I feel like this is the time to do it because, Trump over here freaking taking down slavery exhibits and trying to change history. So you know what? Why not?
It's your show, bro. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. So one Black History fact I just want to shout out to that people might not know is the creation of the paramedics. All right. The creation of paramedics is here because Black people were being denied healthcare. Because Black people being denied healthcare, the paramedics was born. The Freedom House Ambulance Service was born. All right, 1967, first of its kind, going around, had whole CPR kits, whole medical life support stuff in the vans and mobile to keep people alive. And that's why the world has paramedics today. So shout out to the innovators of this country, my Black people, and shout out to people who support us too. All right, the people who love Black people and the allies of us. Happy Black History Month. That's my Black fact. All right. All right. Yeah, man. Anything else you want to add?
Man, I'll give a dope ass Black band or Black musical artist to listen to every podcast as well. Go check out a band named Death, man. Heavy metal band from the 70s. Really, it started with one of the early purveyors of heavy metal out of America. They're an unbelievably badass band. If you like heavy metal, you like rock in general. I'm not talking about Kid Rock or Matchbox 20 or Dave Matthews, but like real gritty, nasty, grimy rock. The band Death is unbelievable.
Okay.
One of the best from the 70s and 80s. So check them out.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't sleep on Black people and rock music because we was in there early. Elvis knows where he sampled his music from. Elvis knows where Hound Dog came from. That's a Black woman who wrote Hound Dog. I'm just letting, just in case y'all ain't know. All right. Shout out to Felicia Lee. I see the Black facts. Afeni Shakur wrote the Health Bill of Rights for Patients. Thank you, Felicia Lee, for those Black facts. All right, yo. That is the show. Thank you guys for watching. Are there any bro picks? Actually, I forgot about that.
No, I don't have any. I mean, I've already been going off recently. No need to go off again.
Okay. All right, yo. That's it. Well, that is our show. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like, subscribe. We're here after every game talking Knicks basketball. All right. Also, shout out to everybody who's donated to the cause of KOT because listen, it costs money for all these damn subscriptions and lights and stuff. And the reason why we got lights and stuff right now is because y'all helped. So keep it coming. Maybe able to pay for stuff and keep things moving as well. Also, hopefully I got some stuff coming for you, some fun things that are unique to me. One thing you guys don't know, I'm a creative I love creating. And it's funny, when I first started, when I was a kid, I loved to draw. And I used to draw for hours. I used to draw for 12, 13 hours straight. No breaks. Freaking addicted to it. As I got older, I started to realize I don't just like to draw. I just love to create in different mediums. And this is probably one of the reasons why the KOT show is even here, because the KOT show is like a thing. It's like a bunch of things that I love in one. I love graphics, I love motion graphics, I love drawing, I love all that stuff. And because of that, I feel like I'm gonna try to create something new and unique for you guys that no one has ever done before. So keep an eye out.
Shit.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that. All right. So part of being creative is pushing boundaries and seeing what sticks. All All right.
Shout out to Newberry with the reference. Yes, Detroit, Dearborn, Michigan. That's where the Band of Death is from. 3-piece.
All right. Shout
They already knows what's up, man. I see that.
Okay, I don't know that, but I'll see my rock death band people. Y'all know what's going on.
It's not for everyone, Sherwin. You're right. Some people do find it very loud and obnoxious. I grew up on it, so it's my kind of jam.
Absolutely. All right, yo. That's the show. Thank you guys for watching. Lee, let me know where they can find you, man.
On Twitter @_Lee Escobedo, LeeEscobedo. I think tomorrow my Denny Avija piece in the IDF goes up for the Guardian, so I'll be sure to share that on Twitter. Thanks for your support.
All right. You can find us at the KOT Show on Twitter, the Nick of Time Show on Instagram, and the Nick of Time Show on Facebook as well. Also SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. That is the show. Thank you guys for watching. Great show, Lee.
Great show.
All right. And as always,
shout out to Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
it's a mess out here in these Knicks streets. Shout out to Cat for making an all-star game. That's the show. Yeah. We out of here. Peace.
York, New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.